We are taking classes on bivariate distributions. I have already mentioned the properties of bivariate probability functions. We are considering the continuous case, that is both x and y are defined over intervals, and we have the property of f of xy as in the continuous case as integral minus infinity to infinity for x, integral minus infinity to infinity for y, f of xy dx dy equal to 1, the total probability equal to 1. Okay, now we have a question. The joint PDF of xy is f of xy equal to kx square y e raised to minus of x plus y, kx square into y into e raised to minus of x plus y. Both x and y between 0 to infinity, that is 0 less than x comma y less than infinity, means that 0 less than x less than infinity and 0 less than y less than infinity. Find the value of k and show that x and y are independent. We have already mentioned to find the constant k, we apply the property double integral over minus infinity to infinity f of xy dx dy equal to 1 for the bivariate PDF, and for the univariate PDF we apply integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx equal to 1. This result is just an extension of the univariate result. Okay, so that using this we can obtain the value of k, and in order to check and show that, we have to show that x and y are independent. The property that the random variables to random variables are independent is f of xy equal to f1x into f2y, where f1x and f2y are the marginal PDFs of x and y respectively. Now f1x is obtained as f1x. It is the marginal PDF of x, f1x. So we are integrating f of xy with respect to y. Integral minus infinity to infinity f of xy dy gives f1x, the marginal distribution of x, and f2y, the marginal distribution of y is integral minus infinity to infinity f of xy dx. When we are integrating with respect to x, we write dx, and when we are integrating with respect to y, we write dy, and integral minus infinity to infinity f of xy dy, it implies that is equal to integral over y f of xy dy. And this function is integral over x f of x y dx. Okay, when we have to integrate with respect to x, we want to obtain, we have to take the limit for y, and when we are different, and when we are integrating with respect to y, we take the limit for y, and when we are integrating with respect to x, we take the limit for x. Okay, so that we proceed one by one. Firstly, f of xy, firstly for the given f of xy, we find the value of k. That is, the problem is f of xy equal to kx square y e raised to minus of x plus 1. Let me rewrite f of xy equal to f of xy equal to kx square y e raised to minus of x plus y 0 less than x less than infinity 0 less than y less than infinity. I have already mentioned both x and y in between 0 to infinity. When we write 0 less than x comma y less than infinity. Okay, so that it is simple, that is double integral over minus infinity to infinity f of xy dx dy equal to 1 implies here both x and y in between 0 to infinity, and only under this limit this f of xy is defined, that is f of xy is kx square y e raised to minus of x plus y when x is between 0 to infinity and y is between 0 to infinity. We should confirm this is the limit for both x and y. Okay, when we write 0 less than x less than 1, 0 less than y less than 1, and suppose f of x y equal to x plus y, 0 less than x less than 1, 0 less than y less than 1. This f of x y is defined for x in between 0 to 1 and y in between 0 to 1. Okay. So that now we have integral 0 to infinity for x and integral 0 to infinity for y kx square y e raised to minus of x plus y dx dy equal to 1. We can take k outside. Then this becomes k into integral 0 to infinity. We can split this function as x square e raised to minus x into integral for y. We are integrating with respect to y firstly. So that into integral 0 to infinity y e raised to minus y dy into dx equal to 1. Let me explain. This function can be splitted as kx square y e raised to minus of x plus y can be written as kx square y e raised to minus x into e raised to minus y. So, we take k outside and integral 0 to infinity x square e raised to minus x into dx. This means that we are integrating with respect to x last. And firstly, we are integrating with respect to y. So that in the inner side, inner integral is integral 0 to infinity y e raised to minus y dy. Confirm please. When we are integrating with respect to y, we have to write dy, and when we are integrating with respect to x, we have to write dx, and we are simultaneously integrating with respect to both x and y. So that firstly you may change the order, but I am doing the procedure as I am doing is integral. Firstly I am integrating with respect to y, then lastly with respect to x, so that we have to write like this. Okay, keep the order. K into integral 0 to infinity x square e raised to minus x into integral 0 to infinity y e raised to minus y dy, lastly with respect to x, so into dx equal to 1. Now we know the result. Integral 0 to infinity x raised to m minus 1 e raised to minus x dx equal to gamma m. Integral 0 to infinity x raised to m minus 1 e raised to minus x dx equal to gamma m. So that here the variable is y e raised to minus y dy can be written as y raised to 2 minus 1. Y means y raised to y raised to 1, that is 2 minus 1 is 1. So that implies k into integral 0 to infinity. Let me write. That is k into integral 0 to infinity x square e raised to minus x, k into integral 0 to infinity x square e raised to minus x into integral 0 to infinity, I am writing in this form, y raised to 2 minus 1 e raised to minus y gy into dx equal to 1. Okay, so that's simple integration. Okay, that is firstly we are doing this integral, so that let me write it as gamma 2, and we know gamma m equal to m minus 1 factorial if m is a positive integer. So that this implies k into integral 0 to infinity x square e raised to minus x into gamma 2 into dx equal to 1, which implies gamma 2 is 1 factorial, implies k into integral 0 to infinity x square e raised to minus x into 1 factorial into dx equal to 1. And 1 factorial is 1, and we have to write integral. We have to apply this again, gamma integral for this integral. Okay, that is we can write this as implies k into integral 0 to infinity x raised to 3 minus 1 e raised to minus x dx equal to 1. And we know gamma 3 x raised to 3 integral 0 to infinity x raised to 3 minus 1 e raised to minus x dx is gamma 3. So that which implies k into gamma 3 equal to 1, and we know gamma 3 equal to 2 factorial, which implies k into 2 factorial equal to 1, which implies k equal to 1 by 2, k equal to 1 by 2. That is f of x equal to, this implies that f of x y equal to, therefore f of x y equal to 1 by 2 x square k x square y, 1 by 2 x square y e raised to minus of x plus y 0 less than x comma y less than infinity is the PDF. Okay, now we want to show x and y are independent. For that, we have to obtain the corresponding marginal distributions of x and y. In order to show x and y are independent, we have to show f1x into f2y equal to f of xy. Okay, so I am doing f1x, and we have already, I have written f1x equal to integral minus infinity to infinity f of xy dy. Confirm place when we have to obtain the marginal distribution of x from f of xy, we are integrating, we have to integrate with respect to y. We are eliminating the variable y to obtain the marginal distribution of x, which is f1x. Now simple to do the procedure, that is equal to over y, that means for y it is 0 to infinity. 1 by 2 x square y, we can write it as e raised to minus x into e raised to minus y dy. Okay, so that 1 by 2 x square 1 by 2 x square e raised to minus x into integral 0 to infinity. We have y e raised to minus y, that can be written as y raised to 2 minus 1 e raised to minus y dy, and we know this as, what is it? This as gamma 2. 1 by 2 x square e raised to minus x into gamma 2, and we know gamma 2 equal to 1 factorial. 1 by 2 x square e raised to minus x, 0 less than x less than infinity, since gamma 2 equal to since gamma 2 equal to 1 factorial. Gamma m is, I have already written, if m is a positive integer, gamma m equal to m minus 1 factorial. That is, let me write f1x as equal to, what we have obtained, it as the function 1 by 2 x square e raised to minus 6. Okay, and for x the limit is 0 to infinity. Now we are obtaining f2y. Similar integration, similar result. When we have to obtain f2y, it should be a function of y. So that we have to eliminate x. That is, we are integrating f of xy with respect to x. Confirm, please. f2y equal to integral minus infinity to infinity f of xy dy. Sorry, f of xy dx. Let me write f2y, the marginal distribution of y equal to integral minus infinity to infinity f of xy dx. That is equal to integral, that is integral over x f of xy dx. Okay, integral over x f of xy dx gives f2y. So simply, which is equal to integral over x, means for x the limit is 0 to infinity. F of xy is 1 by 2 x square y e raised to minus x into e raised to minus y dx. So that this is 1 by 2 y e raised to minus y can be taken now into integral 0 to infinity x square e raised to minus x dx. Okay, x square e raised to minus x dx. That is f2y equal to, which implies f2y equal to 1 by 2y e raised to minus y into, this is gamma 3. Okay, x square can be written as x raised to 3 minus 1. Let me write integral 0 to infinity x raised to 3 minus 1 e raised to minus x dx. So equal to 1 by 2 y e raised to minus y into gamma 3. We know gamma 3 is 2 factorial. 2 factorial equal to 2. So that this becomes 1 by 2 y e raised to minus y into 2. So 2 cancel. That is f2y equal to, what is it? f2y equal to y e raised to minus 1. That is f2y equal to, already we have f1x, and here the function is y e raised to minus y. Okay. Now we may check, and what about the limit for y? You have to write the limit for y when we have f2y, that is 0 less than y less than infinity. Simply you write the limit for y. Okay, now f1x into f2y, what is the function? Let us obtain 1 by 2, f1x is 1 by 2 x square e raised to minus x into y e raised to minus y. It is equal to 1 by 2 x square y e raised to minus of x plus y, isn't it? 1 by 2, on simplification we get 1 by 2 x square y e raised to minus of x plus y equal to f of x y. That is, we have obtained as f1x into f2y equal to f of xy. That is f1x into f2y equal to f of xy. Isn't it? Equal to f of xy. We obtain the result which implies that x and y are independent. X and y are independent. So, for the function given, that is the given f of xy, for the given f of xy, we have obtained the value of the marginal distributions of x and y, and we have proved that x and y are independent since f1x into f2y equal to f of xy. Okay.